Yes, fight fans, body and mind sports, my people. You are fully appreciated in this round, my guys, my people. Let us kickstart things with Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor 3, my guys, my people. Now, we do know that in terms of the gate, this fight here broke some records. It now stands as the most attended all women's fight card and all women's led fight card, my guys, my people, with a gate attendance of 20,000 fans on the night, my guys. This was just this past weekend, my guys, my people. The gate also brought in a revenue of 2.7 million, somewhere around that ballpark, my guys, my people. But look, it has now set a whole new record and now stands as the most viewed all women's fight card, right? With a total 6 million views on Netflix. Now, I really don't know what to make of this because it was not a pay-per-view event. This was a fight that was free, broadcasted free for Netflix subscribers, my guys, my people. So how do they work out how much revenue that brings in terms of viewership? I don't know. I really don't know. Had it been on pay-per-view, then you would just take that 6 million figure, multiply it by the pay-per-view cost, and hey presto, you have an astronomical revenue, right, for the fight. But it was not on pay-per-view, so really I don't know what to make of this. Was it successful or was it not successful with that viewership on Netflix, my guys, my people? I will leave that for you guys to decide, my guys, if you have a way of working it out. Well, anyway, let's move on. This month of July has been an exciting month, my guys, my people. That women's fight card, not every fight was great, but there were some fights on there that really caught fire and really showcased the skills and talent of some of the best female fighters in the sport, my guys, my people. Also, the ring-free fight card headed by Shiraz and Edgar Berlanga. Whoo! Let's not even talk about it. Super fight, my guys, my people. But in this month of July, we also have Bam Rodriguez going up against Fumelele Kafu Rodriguez, who is the lineal champion and the WBC champion in the junior bantamweight division, is looking to unify with the WBO champion Fumelele Kafu, my guys, my people. Now, Bam Rodriguez is already scheduled for another fight coming this November, a super fight card to be headed by Anthony Yarde and David Benavidez, my guys, my people. So it looks like they are, not even look like, right? Turkey, who is the organizer of that November fight card, he is firmly overlooking Kafu, and he hopes that Bam Rodriguez will get past Kafu, my guys, my people. Now, if you are Kafu, the amount of pressure that will be taken off of you, all the pressure will be on Rodriguez to win. In fact, this should be motivation for Kafu. The fact that they are overlooking him seems a bit disrespectful, my guys, my people. So Bam Rodriguez, it can use this as motivation, or it can be extra pressure, depending on what type of mental state fighter that he is, my guys, my people. Now, should he get past Kafu, then of course he will go on to having another unification bout with Fernando Martinez on that November fight card, my guys, my people. Martinez, who is the WBA champion. And should he get past Martinez, then of course he has a choice to go and face the IBF champion Wilbardo Garcia. But that is not who fight fans are really looking forward for him to face. You know, in fact, most of his fans are hoping that he will move up to the bantamweight division and challenge the unified champion there, Junto Nakatani, my guys, my people, who people are looking for to go up to super bantamweight and challenge Naya Inoue, who is a two-division undisputed champion and undisputed champion in the super bantamweight as well, my guys, my people. So there's a lot of pressure on Bam Rodriguez, my guys, my people. Fumelele Kafu, it's not going to be easy for him to pass and get to Martinez, my guys, my people. Kafu, he is not on the level of Bam Rodriguez, but he is a very, very rough, rugged fighter, very tough, very, very durable. And we know about durable fighters, they are stubborn, totally stubborn. And if he makes a mistake, Kafu would may show up to be the obstacle that will put a blockage in his path and, you know, make it unable for him to go up and fight in November, my guys, my people. So yeah, that is my assessment of that situation. We also have on the 19th of this month of July in Las Vegas, my guys, my people, we will be having of course Manny Paquiao, who is now a Hall of Famer, first ballot Hall of Famer, my guys, my people, and 46 years old. He has come out of retirement and he will be boxing on the night in order to try and break his own record of the oldest champion in the welterweight division. That is in the history of the welterweight division, my guys, my people. In fact, he will be the first fighter in history of the sport to ever box after being ushered into the Boxing Hall of Fame. He's going up against WBC champion in Barrios, who is regarded as the weakest champion in the division. Still, Paquiao is 46 years old and quite a dangerous fight for him. I'm expecting Barrios to beat him, possibly demolish him. Barrios, who put a beating on Usyk, the man that, you know, rendered Manny Paquiao, put him on bed rest for God knows how long and being spoon-fed by his wife, my guys, my people. Put a total beating on Manny Paquiao, my guys, my people. As Manny Paquiao improved from his last fight as a professional against Usyk, or will we see a repeat of the same fight he had with Usyk with Barrios, my guys, my people? I don't know, but let's wait and see. This is a legend that is fighting Manny Paquiao. I'm sure everybody will tune in to watch. I too will tune in to watch. But until then, all we can do is wait and let time decide, my guys, my people. But look, with that said, on the 19th of July, right here in the UK, Wembley Stadium, we are going to be having an undisputed heavyweight bout. Daniel Dubois, the IBF champion, going up against unified WBA, WBC, and WBO champion in Alexander Usyk for undisputed. This is a rematch. They have fought before, right? They have fought before, my guys, my people. And what we have here are two very informed fighters. Let's take Usyk for instance. He is 38 years old, by the way, right? Let's take Usyk for instance. Usyk, in his last 8 bouts, 7 of them have been with British fighters. His last bout at the cruiserweight division was against Tony Bellew, who he took out in the 8th round of their fight. Then of course he jumped up to heavyweight, fought Derek Chisora in his second bout, and Derek Chisora regarded as Usyk's you know, hardest fight so far. So Derek Chisora is regarded as somebody that gave Usyk his hardest time, right? And then from Derek Chisora, he went up and dethroned Anthony Joshua. So he fought Joshua back to back, dethroning him, taking his WBA, WBC, and IBF. Actually, WBA, WBO, and IBF straps, my guys, as well as defending those straps against Anthony Joshua successfully in the second bout. Okay, then from Joshua, we then got Daniel Dubois. That was the first fight, my guys, my people, where he totally schooled Daniel Dubois. Yes, Usyk did get dropped in the 5th round. Yes, I am one of those people who believe Usyk made a brilliant attempt to fool the referee there, and it worked in the 5th round, where the referee ruled the punch that Dubois delivered on Usyk as a low blow, that debilitating body punch, my guys, my people. And so Usyk got the extra time to recover. A lot of people's views is that had Usyk not been given that extra time, Dubois would have won by KO in the 5th round, my guys, my people. But look, listen, so much respect do I have for the mental ability and mental strength of Usyk, that I believe that had he played out the situation as he had acted and the referee not being bought by it, then he would have had to grit his teeth and carry on fighting. And I think he still would have gone on to beat Daniel Dubois, just like he did, stopping Dubois in the 9th round, my guys, my people, after breaking his will with his technical ability, right? And then after Daniel Dubois, he went on and faced Tyson Fury, back to back, my guys, my people. First dethroning Tyson Fury, taking his WBC strap, and then in the rematch, defending his unified straps, after defending his unified straps against Fury, after Usyk had been stripped of the IBF strap in failure of facing Daniel Dubois, my guys, my people. So that is the account that we have for Alexander Usyk right now. But as for Daniel Dubois, my guys, my people, the IBF champion, he was elevated right after Usyk was stripped on Dubois being able to beat Hrgović, my guys, my people. A very tough fight Daniel Dubois had with Hrgović. Dubois was taking a lot of hard shots in that fight, but through determination, he gritted his teeth, made it quite rough for Hrgović in that fight. There had Hrgović cut under both eyes, right, or just above both eyes, and went on to stop Hrgović in the 8th. Dubois' surge didn't stop there. His very next fight against Big Baby Miller, the relentless, unstoppable engine that is Big Baby Miller, right? He managed to stop Big Baby Miller in the 10th and last round of their fight. So that is 2 world-class fighters back-to-back that were undefeated, never been stopped, and Daniel Dubois managed to do so, my guys, my people, and take away the O on their records. Then the really unexpected one, long reigning heavyweight champion, looking to become 3 times heavyweight champion, but of course attempting to take Daniel Dubois' IBF strap, my guys, my people. And surprisingly, Daniel Dubois took him out in just 5 rounds after dropping Anthony Joshua 4 times, my guys, my people. 4 friggin' times. But look, that is Daniel Dubois' surge. It has been a super surge, and it has transformed him as a fighter. So he has beaten 3 world-class fighters back to back. So 3 fighters on the trot, my guys, my people, and his confidence is super boosted to the sky right about now, going into the Usyk fight. And Daniel Dubois, well, he believes that Usyk at the age of 38 is an aged fighter, and in fact, his fights that he's had leading up to this undisputed bout possibly may have taken a toll on him. He believes those were hard fights for him. But in my opinion, I think Daniel Dubois and a lot of people too are putting too much stock on those fights that Usyk has had, and putting too much stock on his age as to a reason why Dubois may have a chance on beating Usyk. Listen, number one, Usyk is 38 years old, yes, but he is a fresh 38-year-old. He's the same age as Terence Bud Crawford, my guys, my people. Nobody, you know, sees the age of Crawford as an issue going into a fight with a younger fighter in Sao Canelo Alvarez, who is 34 years old, my guys. So 4 years he's junior, right? But however, this excuse is being used for Alexander Usyk, who is a model athlete, my guys, which means that he takes care of his body, trains regularly, you know, and and he's injury free. He's injury free in this fight, and he is a generational great. So we're talking about the most skilled fighter right now in the heavyweight division, if not in the whole of boxing, my guys, my people, right? Okay, so he is a fresh 38 years old fighter. He's only had 23 bouts undefeated, unequaled. Now Terence Bud Crawford has had 41 bouts, almost double what Usyk has on his record, my guys, my people. So this is a very fresh fighter. Daniel Dubois, in fact, has had more fights than Alexander Usyk. If we're to talk about grueling fights, Daniel Dubois possibly has been in more grueling fights than Usyk. You know, first Joe Joyce, right? Joe Joyce, who stopped Daniel Dubois, broke his eye socket, and then we had his fight with Usyk, got stopped there as well. He was challenged mentally, and he was broken in that fight. Then we had the Hrgovic fight. Now that was a very, very grueling fight, right? The Miller fight, he was really, really tested in that fight. His stamina, he was pushed right to the brink in that fight, even though he won, my guys, my people. So if we're talking about grueling fights, hard fights, Daniel Dubois has been in harder fights. In fact, I make a case that Usyk, after his fight with Chisora, right, he has gone on to beat fighters who are not only better than Derek Chisora, but bigger than Derek Chisora, better than him, and hit harder than Derek Chisora. Fury, Anthony Joshua. In fact, Fury has beaten Derek Chisora, demolished him in 3 occasions, right, my people? So if anybody is to make a case about fights taking a toll on anyone, I would say they should talk about Daniel Dubois, you know. So yeah, Usyk in this fight is going in there a fresh 38 years old man who can still move. I've not seen any signs of him slowing down in any of his fights, my guys, my people, most recent fights. And he will go into this fight fully confident that he's going to beat somebody that he's beaten already before. In fact, he does better in his rematches. His rematch with AJ did much better than he did in the first, demolished AJ. His rematch with Fury made it very clear that he beat Fury, right? So he'll be fully confident. If anything, I'll be worried that Usyk, with the amount of confidence he has right now, and the skills that he possesses, and the fact he has beaten Daniel Dubois before, that he may well be underestimating the young IBF king, my guys, my people, and that is my only worry. As for Daniel Dubois, no way on earth, no matter how much training he does, how much more skills he learns, he will never be on the level of Tyson Fury skill-wise, you know. But if he can show up whatever little improvement he's made in the gym skill-wise, if he can show that up with the fact that he's younger, bigger, stronger, harder puncher, you know, and he's got athleticism as well. Usyk too is very athletic, you know, he has smoother mechanics, but Dubois super athletic as well. But so if he can show up whatever he's learned at the gym with these other factors, then he has a chance, and I think he has a great chance, to tell you the truth. If you can learn from the first fight, you know, not having to go in the ring and learn. If you can take what is learned in the gym and apply it in the rematch, my guys, my people, then could have a new undisputed champion, and the undisputed belts will be brought to the UK soil for the first time in the 4-belt era, my guys, my people. Yeah, can he win? I really can't go against Usyk. You know, so far he has shown that he is levels above everybody, levels above even the very best. Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, for example, 2 examples there actually. So I'm gonna have to say Usyk wins, and I hope Daniel Dubois wins, but I think Usyk will win. I don't think he'll get the knockout this time around, but I will go he takes it via a very clear unanimous decision, my guys. Okay, my people, the co-main event for Daniel Dubois versus Alexander Usyk for undisputed, my guys, my people. We have Kevin Larena versus Lawrence Okolie, my guys. Now these fighters former cruiserweights, former bridgerweights, and now heavyweights. In fact, they were supposed to meet at bridgerweight. Okolie at the time WBC champion, but that fight couldn't happen as Okolie ventured up to heavyweight, my guys, my people. Since then, he's only had 1 bout against a very lowly ranked Mahmoud Shah. A very lowly ranked, is it Mahmoud Shah? No, Hussein Mohammed. A very lowly ranked journeyman. Whereas Kevin Larena has way more experience in the heavyweight division. He's fought the likes of Daniel Dubois, who stopped Larena in the 3rd round, but Dubois went through some real turbulence, having himself touch the canvas 3 times, my guys, my people. And Larena did a similar thing to Justice Hooney, when they fought. Wobbled Justice Hooney, had him on noodle legs very early in the fight, and nearly took him out in the 10th round of that fight there, my guys, my people. So we're talking about Hooney here, who put out a beating and a masterclass of boxing on Fabio Woodley most recently in his last fight, only for Woodley to take out Hooney in the 10th round via KO. A punch from the gods, I would say, a punch from the gods. So yeah, in terms of experience, I would say Larena wins flat out, my guys, my people. Age is not a factor. With Okolie 32 years old, Larena just 1 year older at age 33, my guys, my people. Okolie with a record 21 wins, 1 loss, 0 draws, 16 coming via KO. Larena 31 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw, and 16 coming via KO. Larena, his KO to win ratio only 50%, so very average. Despite what BoxRec says, the man can punch. You can punch. His fight with Daniel Dubois and Justice Hooney should tell you that, my guys, my people. You know, but Larena is a very, very difficult agent. The style of Lawrence Okolie, Stylistically, not very pleasing to watch, but I don't think it is too hard to beat if you know what you're doing in there. Okolie, very physical, big, strong. Those are his main attributes, and he's got a great jab. Likes to make the fight rough on the inside, likes to hold, put his weight on you against the ropes. All those rough housing tactics. He really enjoys doing that. That is his main game. I think if Kevin Larena can suffer that, all right, and still be able to do his own work and land, he could win. It could win. But Kevin Larena, it seems that once he's pushed to exert himself, it doesn't really have too much in the gas. Gets tired pretty quickly, because he did a lot of work in the early rounds with him and Huni, and towards the middle rounds, towards the end of the fight, he seemed to have burnt himself out. So that put a curve in this fight of Okolie. Other than that, I don't see why Larena can't win. I really don't see how Larena can't win. Okolie will be having the advantage in reach, the advantage in height, my guys, my people. But can he make it? Can he make it count? That is the question, my guys. And he has a lot of power too. Can he make it count? I don't know. This one is a very hard one to decide, my guys, my people. I really don't know. I am not sure. But do you know what? Yeah, I want Okolie to win, but because of the experience in the heavyweight division that Larena has over him, and with how Lawrence Okolie was beaten by CBS, dear Lord, my guys, my people, dear Lord, that was a very bad loss when he lost his WBO strap to CBS, my guys, my people. It looks like his recovery is not great at all. His recovery is not great at all, you know. So once he's going through some turbulence, his recovery is not really great, Lawrence Okolie. So I think I'm gonna go for Larena, man, and I think he gets a very close decision win. And that is my prediction on this one. Maybe split, maybe majority, but a split decision win, my guys, my people. And that's my take on this one, my guys, my people. Okay, my people, in the undercard of Dubois Usyk, other fights in the undercard, let's take it. Well, before I go into it, let me just say that Daniel Dubois and Alexander Usyk already had a face-off earlier on today, basically on the steps to Wembley Stadium, my guys, my people. We had Dubois screaming at the top of his voice at Usyk, and Usyk just staying firm and focused, my guys, silent, cold as ice, staring into Daniel Dubois, my guys, my people. So both fighters showing their form of confidence in two different ways there, my guys, my people. I wonder who is going to win, because I'm the sort of person, I really don't read too much into face-offs, my guys, my people. Well, anyway, they've also had an actual face-off where the two fighters, they discuss how they think they're going to beat one another. I will be looking at that DAZN face-off tomorrow. But as for today, let's go into the rest of the fights in the undercard, which I have to say really is not a great undercard, my guys, my people. Let's start from the bottom up, my guys. We have Lasha Guruli in the super lightweight division. Now we have two bouts in the super lightweight division, my guys, my people. The first, Lasha Guruli versus James Francis, and then Adam Ahmed, son of the legendary Prince Nassim Ahmed, going up against Ezekiel Gregores. And then in the heavyweight division, we have Vladislav Sirinov versus Sol Dacus. Now look, Sol Dacus, he has to win this one. After in his last bout, he was knocked out in the very first round by David Adeleye, my guys, my people. he doesn't win, then he slips back way down to rebuild. And it's not like he was way far ahead anyway in his career. So it'll be a hard time trying to rebuild, to tell you the truth. Good luck to Soldakas, my guys, my people. And then in the light heavyweight division, we have the IBF Intercontinental and WBO and WBC international titles on the line, my guys, my people. And fighting for those titles will be Daniel Lapin versus Lewis Edmondson, my guys. I do believe the winner of this fight won't be too far from title contention in the light heavyweight division, my guys, my people. Yeah, good luck to both fighters there. But I really have nothing more to say, as this fight card here not really looking great, except from the co-main event, which I'm looking forward to. Lawrence Okolie versus Kevin Larena. They were supposed to fight at cruiserweight and at bridgerweight. Didn't happen. Now we are going to have it. And of course the main event, Usyk versus Daniel Dubois, which everybody who will be in attendance at Wembley Stadium are going for that main event. Nothing else, my guys, my people. But with that said, I'm gonna leave it there. But my people, before you leave, do like, do share, subscribe. Of course, drop your comments below. And as always, stay super blessed. Do subscribe and support the cause, my guys, my people. And as always, stay super blessed, my